Hey guys, James here. Time for some new comic book reviews. I had quite a big stack this week. I got 8 books. Sorry how Even Thieves number 8. I'm not caught up on this series yet. I haven't read all the issues, so I did buy this. I haven't read it yet, so this is the only one I'm not reviewing that I did pick up this week. But what I've read of this series so far seems pretty good, so hopefully it's continuing there, but not one I've read yet. So let's go on to stuff I have read. There's the 0 issues this month of the DC books, and here's Dial H issue 0. Pretty interesting concept, this, the whole dial thing here. So this one they do sundial for H. You have, this is set back in the past, and you have this like priestess lady here. They have a sundial. They're trying to figure out how to save their civilization or whatever from something that she thinks is coming, and they dial up a hero, and they dial up Bumper Car Carla. So she's like in a bumper cars from a carnival. Defeat the bad guy, whatever. Then it like fast forwards a few years, and the main character had been looking for information about how this magic had happened and how she changed into this superhero basically and saved everything. Comes back and she's running into this this guy had been captured in the city. Come to find out what's happening with this dial, whenever they're dialing up a superhero, it's actually taking the powers from somebody in a different world and bringing them into the Dial H world. It didn't get into it too much, but it'll be an interesting concept going forward for the whole series, in the regular issue. So I didn't really care for the story a whole lot, but for what it brought forward and some of the information you get about a little more about the dial and where these powers are coming from and what's going on, it did have its work in that. So not a horrible issue, not a great issue, but if you're reading Dial H, probably an important issue for you to figure out a little more of the mythos and what's going on in the story. The only problem I have with Dial H in general is some of the things and concepts are so vague, and it's you really have to put a lot of faith in that they're going to come later on and explain some of this stuff when you're reading the stories. So I'm hoping in this series that they come along with that pretty soon, or I'll probably end up dropping the title. But right now I like it. So Earth 2 issue 0. You got this character here, the 8th Wonder. Can't remember his name there. Anyway, basically it's showing kind of what happened right before issue 1. On Earth 2, you have Apocalypse, the armies attacking Earth, and you have Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman had been fighting them off, and they're kind of at a stalemate. And this issue it shows what this character does to basically even out the playing field and give the superheroes a chance. And he's going into the Infinite Earths a little bit, talking about the other dimensions, the other Earths, and so I think, from my understanding, they're going to build up to another Crisis on Infinite Earths type story, because this is before Crisis. All this stuff is. So, we'll see where that goes. This was pretty interesting. I don't want to go too much into the story for you guys that are enjoying Earth 2, because there's some pretty cool stuff that happens in this. So I really don't want to reveal too much of it, but check this out. I like this. Pretty good issue. Not my favorite Earth 2 issue I've read so far, and those are the only 2 0 issues I got this week. So out of those, I'm not really too excited about these 0 issues, and I kind of wish we'd get on with the story. But Earth 2 issue 0, if you're reading Earth 2, definitely pick it up. If you're Dial H, Pick it up if you want to. I think it does apply to the story, but not as good of a comic. Next, we go on to Hell Yeah issue 5. I keep saying I'm going to drop this, and then I was like, well, I'll give it one more shot because this is supposed to be kind of like the end of the story arc. I'm like, at least I want to get that far. So the main character, his mother, here on the cover, has taken him away to this like barren world. And again, this talks about like there's all these infinite Earths. So I can't remember his name now, but he's been getting killed off on all the planets, or all the infinite Earths, and now you've got this being the last one. Kind of wrapped up what's going on in the story. The mother's kind of been banished by these intergalactic police type people. He's back on Earth. The girls that had come from the other Earths or the other dimensions, whatever, are put away in jail, and it kind of just wraps up some stuff. I finished this first story arc. I am dropping it. It's okay. I have so many comics I get right now, and so much stuff that I'd rather read than this that it's getting dropped. So that's kind of where we are with Hell Yeah. All right. Here's a book I do like, Mind the Gap. This is Mind the Gap issue 4. This is the second cover. The cover B. There's a cover A. It's pretty cool also. So you've got Elle, the main character, here on the cover. She's still in a coma. She's still in the garden, which is kind of like that purgatory area. It's all in her mind. So the doctor and her friend in the garden are trying to help her remember things. It's causing her a lot of mental anguish. It's driving her a little bit crazy. She's seeing things. And they're trying to figure out more the nature of the garden. Is this just inside her head? Is this a real thing? In the meantime, you've got some stuff going on in the real world, not in the garden. Still trying to figure out who's put Elle in a coma and what's going on. So people are turning against each other. This is a mystery comic, so I don't want to talk about it too much. Really what's going on with the plot, because I don't want to give away something. At the end of this, you have something pretty cool happening, a new character. This is really good. Trade, I believe I ordered the trade. It should be out next month. So I think that has the first 5 issues or something like that. And I'll reread all this stuff then. But this is really good. If you're not reading this title, I highly suggest it. I mean, there's so many little Easter eggs and clues throughout these comics that reveal things. That they say, if you are smart enough to figure it out, you can figure it out from the clues already what's going on, who did this, and what's going on. I'm not that smart, so I can't. But it's very interesting. It was a good read, definitely worth the price on it. Going on to Harvest issue 2. So our main character here is harvesting organs. Now, so he's gotten on board with this crew. They're doing that. I think he's kind of trying to clean up the kid here on the cover. I believe this is a delusion of his. It doesn't really say that, but he's always like, hey, you want a hit, you want a drink, you want this, want that. So in this issue, he signed on basically with these mobsters. He's going to harvest these organs out of this guy, and goes in, harvests this stuff, and then decides that he still wants to save this guy because he's taking organs out of one person to give to somebody else. And where are these organs coming from? Is this of his own free will? Why is this happening? And I think it's going to end badly for our main character here. I think he's crossing some of these monsters in doing this. So, but you get a little more of the story of what's going on with some of these organ harvests and stuff. I like this title. It's only a second issue, so I won't go suggesting it and stuff yet. I haven't read enough to really make that judgment. But so far, I like it. So, Amazing Spider-Man 693 now. So we have the main, our new character Alpha, who is very self-centered and is taking advantage of this, his popularity, because he doesn't have a secret identity. Everybody knows who he is. He's a teenage kid, so he's out here running around with the cheerleaders and the supermodels and all these things, and abusing his power a little bit. And Peter Parker is supposed to be mentoring this guy because he's an alpha level threat, and they don't want him to go rogue and destroy the world, because he will eventually have the power to do that. And Parker is not having much luck reining this kid in. I feel that Spider-Man continuously becomes more and more whiny. Nothing works out for him, and he's all the weight of the world is on his shoulders. And you're a superhero. Quit whining. Quit crying. I'm very much on the verge of dropping Spider-Man as a title. I know a lot of you guys like this title out there, but it just, there's nothing new for me. I've read Spider-Man for quite a few years when I was younger, and kind of got back into it here whenever I started collecting it. I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot again. I really, the titles I get, this is one of my least favorite. I read it every time, but I don't feel like, oh wow, this was a great story, or this was something new. I mean, it's the same, just it's going on and on. It's whiny Peter Parker. Nothing goes right for him. The weight of the world is on his shoulders. Let's bring in a new character. This will be something else if it's a problem for Parker. I just don't care. So I've been saying I'll hang on to it till issue 700. I don't know if it'll make it that long in my collection. I'm about ready to drop it. So, and then finally we've got Fashion Beast. This is based on a script by Alan Moore and Malcolm McLaren. I guess it's adapted by Anthony Johnston. Illustrated by Asundo Percio. I like the art in this. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. The art in it's pretty cool. You can definitely tell it's come from a movie script. You're based around this fashion mogul Celestine and his factory, and I guess this is set in this 80s world, but it's like they're on the verge of a nuclear winter. So I don't know if there's been a nuclear war or about to be. It kind of doesn't explain that. I expect to see more in the future of this. But you have, I don't know, the way it reads like scenes from the beginning of a movie anyway. So it's hard to see where this is going. I don't feel that the issue 1 has been enough for me to make a judgment on this. It seems very artsy. I don't know how this is going to pan out as a comic book, but I'm definitely on board for reading a few more issues to find out. I mean, I like Alan Moore. I know this was adapted from a script, so it's not the same as him writing a graphic novel or a comic, but I'm interested in seeing where this goes, enough that I'll pick up a few more issues. And the art in it is, in my opinion, gorgeous. There was already a character in here who's a cross-dresser who's I kind of want to see where this character goes just because it's so goofy. But if you're an Alan Moore fan, hey, pick this up. I'm trying not to suggest issue 1s, but if you're an Alan Moore fan, I think you'll probably pick this up anyway, just to kind of see what what this is about, because this is something he wrote in the 80s, and this was kind of this I think was written in 85, and that's right kind of at his peak. You're getting Killing Joke, and you're getting Watchmen, and you're getting all these great great comics and graphic novels that he wrote. A lot of that was coming out at that time. So I really think this is probably something that's really good. I just kind of happened to stick with it for an issue or two to kind of really see what direction it's trying to take or where the story's trying to go. So this week, although I got a lot, there wasn't a whole lot. I really I liked Harvest. I liked Mind the Gap, Fashion Beast. I'm interested enough in to keep going. Let's see, what else did I have? Hell yeah, we're dropping that title. Amazing Spider-Man, very close to dropping that title. Earth 2, that was pretty interesting. I like the character that they introduced in this, and see how that plays out in, I guess it would be issue 5 of Earth 2 next month, and then Dial H 0, which is okay. If you're reading Dial H, I mean, it's probably important to read, but you may be able to do without it. And I'm hoping to see some more things out of Dial H sooner. I'll probably end up having to drop it just because I'm scared they're not going to go anywhere with it. And then Thief of Thieves number 8. I haven't caught up on my Thief of Thieves. Hopefully I'll get a chance to get caught up on that in the next couple of days and go from there. So until next time, please comment, subscribe, like, dislike. Let me know what you're thinking about the reviews. If there's anything you'd like to see me do, put it in the comments below. I'm up for whatever. I may do a couple more videos today. Got the day off, and so thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.